Okay, so this is part 2 of my final exam. This is the frying portion, and what we're going to do is we are going to start out by turning on the heat. You can see I'm going to turn it down to like a medium heat, and I'm going to place my skillet over top. I'm going to put some vegetable oil in just so it doesn't burn. You can see it's nice and oiled up. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be frying onions. Now, onions have both salt and sugar in them, so it goes through caramelization and the Maillard effect. So what we're going to do is once you give it a little while to heat up, I obviously don't have a whole lot of time because it is just a short exam, but you're going to take these onions and you're going to put them into the skillet. I'm not exactly, you can hear them sizzling. So what's happening is when heat is added to the onions, the carbohydrates start to break down the carbonyl group, which is carbon with a double bond of oxygen. And what this does is this carbonyl that it breaks down combines with the amino group, which is the part of the Maillard effect. So onions have a lot of sugar in them, but they also have a lot of amino acids. So while a lot of people will say, like, I'm going to caramelize the onions, it actually goes through both the Maillard effect and the process of caramelization. So that's something that a lot of people probably don't know, but it makes it cool. In both effects, you can see where it's going to start turning brown. It's not really doing that right now. It's just kind of heating up. It's just sitting in here. So once more heat adds to it, the carbohydrate group is going to break down more. The carbonyl group is going to break down the carbons and the oxygens, and the browning will occur. You can start to see it occurring now, turning like a light brown, and for each person it varies on how much they want their onions caramelized or sauteed or even fried. The level of brown it varies, but the idea is to get them soft enough to where they're almost easy to break with your fingernails. Now, the caramelization effect is what kind of turns it brown, but the interesting thing is the Maillard effect is what keeps like the flavors in. So if you like ever taste like a caramelized onion, it tastes completely different than sauteed onion, and that's mostly because of the Maillard effect. Now, if you look at it now, you can see it's like getting a lot more brown. It's like a light brown. I usually like mine a little darker brown, so I'm going to keep going. But, like I said, to each person it varies, and you just keep this process going. You can add other things to it, like I know in one of the videos the speaker added steak, which she used that to explain the Maillard effect. But that also helps here in the flavors, and it makes it super delicious, and it smells delicious. You can't really smell it right now, but I love the smell of sauteed onions. So I'm going to turn off my heat because these are done. You can hear them sizzling, and if you look at them, they've got a nice golden brown look to them, and that is how onions go through the effects of caramelization and the Maillard effect.